1,000 lions hit me as water crashed against the jagged, rocky ground. Cold mist bombarded my face. My soaked clothes chilled me to the bone. Beneath my feet, turbulent waters frothed and churned. I watched the cascades succumb to the unconquerable force of gravity. Yet, the individual sounds of nature produced a symphony for me to enjoy. The roaring waters led the orchestra, conducting each section impeccably. The mist, evanescent and fleeting, was the strings. The water plummeted and echoed against the rocks like a bass drum. Sweet birdsong emerged from a fledgling perched on a lofty branch. It was a lone flute, soaring above all other sounds. This rich harmony resonated throughout the air. Before my eyes, the chaotic cacophony of these falls had manifested itself into a beautiful symphony.
Right from the outset, we can sense the power of the falls through the first bit of description. Obviously, the collective roar of 1,000 lions is extremely powerful and intimidating as well. This description is enforced by crashed, and jagged rocky ground also adds to the rather negative connotation. However, we cannot be sure what the overall tone is yet. Let's pay attention to the word choice here. Bombard means attack. It doesn't sound very pleasant, does it? The reader may interpret that the cold mist is not enjoyable to the narrator. This same reasoning can be applied to chilled me to the bone. The dominant impression is becoming increasingly negative. We can now move down from the waterfall and the narrator to the restless swirl of water beneath him. Clearly, turbulent and churn show that the water is violently moving as opposed to a still pool, like the one depicted in E.B. White's Once More to the Lake. Froth provides another visual element, color. It implies the presence of countless white bubbles and foam, which I'm sure anyone who has gone whitewater rafting can imagine. The second sentence once again returns to the sheer force of the waterfall. The water is helpless, shown by succumb, as it is pulled downwards by gravity.
Yet indicates a transition, a change in tone in this case. The previous sections have been quite negative, but this sentence suggests a lighter, more pleasing tone. The sound of the waterfall and surrounding noises have combined to become a natural symphony orchestra. Orchestras are not usually described as intimidating or violent. They are more often described as harmonious and pleasing to the ear. These three sentences extend the orchestra metaphor and provide specific comparisons. Different aspects of nature fill various roles of a standard orchestra. Notice that the water against the rocks, previously the roar of 1,000 lions, now is the strong foundation of the symphony. Here is another place where contrast serves an important role. Previously, the turbulent waters were located beneath the narrator's feet, along with the low bass created by the water. Now the narrator hears a high-pitched voice coming from above. The song of a bird. The flute-like sound is described as soaring to allude to the bird. As the paragraph soon draws to a close, we look at the bigger picture, not just the individual parts. The cumulative sound of the water, the soft mist, and the high-pitched bird creates a pleasing, almost harmonic sound. This rich harmony may be subjective and opinionated, but the echoing and traveling of the overall sound is objective. These two parts of the sentence combine to convey a strong positive connotation. One final reference to the past negative connotation is made. An important comparison is made between the previously described cacophony and the current symphony. These are two opposites. Technically, noise and music are opposites to scientists. One is disorderly and unstructured, while the other is ordered and has a pattern, pleasing to the ear. The final comparison accurately summarizes the entire paragraph using a factual comparison between two scientific opposites.